Ooh, welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Sebring Stratus. Y'all remember these old model cars? Had the little. Some of them had a 4-cylinder 2.4, and some of them had the 2.7 V6 engine. Okay, so it's two different options. Now this thing is in for overheating, guys. And from what I'm hearing, it overheated bad. Somebody put a new water pump on it. Y'all know a quick way to check and see if your water pump is doing what it's supposed to do, which is to pump and circulate the coolant throughout the system. There's a test I want to say I invented. Look, this is a 2.7. Lord have mercy. But you can't, I don't know if I want to call it test the output of the water pump, but I will say this: if that water pump is doing its job, if your heater is blowing hot, okay? In fact, I want y'all to watch this video right here I did 3 years ago. It's kind of old and reckless, and my language wasn't on point, but it is one of my best videos out there, and I tried to explain a quick way to test the operation and the output of your water pump. Now, this car is in for overheating, like I say. And look, guys, let me tell you something. There's a secret strategy employed on these vehicles in the PCM I'm just not hearing about. Okay, when these cars get hot, something will signal that temperature, or that hot temperature. I'm sure it's the coolant temp sensor. Will send a signal to the PCM, which is right there. Okay, we at 300 degrees. This is too hot. Shut the car down. And the car just died. Now, what does the computer take away from the car to kill it? I don't know. I didn't experience that until it actually happened on me. And so somebody might ask, why the hell are you driving a car at that temperature? Right? Because there's indicators like the temp gauge that would tell you if you're driving in an overheated car. Well, I didn't know that low. And I had an old Cirrus with a 2.5 MMC engine in it. V6, I think. Yes, when that thing get hot, it would just shut off. I'm going, damn, I don't know. And I pride myself in knowing a lot about the product, the FCA product. But I had my scratching my head, man. I don't know. Well, anyway, yes. And this is one of the same years that feature employed. Well, the complaint is overheating. And when it get hot, it would die. Good. Okay, probably saving the engine by doing it. Now, here comes the crazy part of this whole thing. All right, guys, because we're talking about an overheated V6 aluminum engine. Tell y'all what, we're going to talk about the risk in even trying to repair this. Let me take a break right quick. I see something I need to handle. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Signs of overheating and the risk in trying to repair such a problem. All right, let's take this cap off. You can look for the intrusion of exhaust gases in the cooling system. It may show up in the form of a milky substance on the oil filter cap, but because these valve covers nowadays have a baffle on them, that way it's hard to do it that way again. Now we can pull the dipstick out. No milky substance here, but the car is overheating. Like I say, if somebody gonna go through the trouble to put a water pump on this 2.7, it's kind of hard, guys. All the front have to come off. I've done a bunch of them. It's not an easy task. They really trying to find that problem. So I guess they couldn't. So now it's here for us to tell them what the problem is. And that's what I intend to do. However, I will not put myself or my company in jeopardy or in the vicinity of a potential lawsuit. Okay. I am aware of the history of this engine. Okay. Knowing that, I have to be extremely careful on how I proceed. All right. If I suspect, and y'all can't smell that, it has that aroma to it that it has been severely hot. Okay. It's embedded in my nostril, in my head now. When I sense that odor, I'm in panic mode. Okay. This engine has ran hot, real hot at one time. Now, knowing that, I could suspect, because this is an aluminum cylinder heads, you may have a warped cylinder head, guys. Just simply throwing head gaskets on the engine nowadays is extremely irresponsible and reckless. All right. So if nothing else, I have to go through the motion. I'm not saying the car need an engine. That's not what I'm getting at. You still need to proceed with your test. But again, be extremely careful. I mean, a couple of things. You can turn this car on. This is an indication. You can turn the car on. If it start bubbling right away, then I mean that's a giveaway. Exhaust gases is getting into the cooling system. A lot of things you go through the motion, guys. Do run your test. First thing, at least in my opinion, in tackling an overheating situation, is verifying that the cooling system is properly filled. All right, this one we unfortunate enough to have a bleeder screw here, so I'm gonna open it and make sure it's full. And I'm gonna even use my bleeder funnel to verify that it's full, and then I'm gonna start my diagnostics from there. It does no good to figure out why a car is overheating if you not properly fill air pocket free of coolant. All right, let me start this thing, see what happens. And also one thing you got to keep in mind, guys, they really interested in knowing what's the problem is, because they wouldn't have brought the car here. They understand the prices. The prices can be a little extreme. So that is weighing on their mind right there. You got to really want this car in order to bring it to, look at that, guys. Any smoke coming out of the tailpipe? You look for things like that. You look for how quick, look at that. I didn't pay attention to the mileage. I'm trying to see if exhaust gases may show up in here. It's not the proper way, but it's a quick way. And this is fairly empty, guys. I need to take it in the shop and verify that it's full. I don't see any white smoke, at least not yet. How many miles on here? Wow, 184? No, 104. Not bad. Check engine light on, so that might put us in some form of a right direction. This is a 2004, guys. I will need my DRB scan tool to troubleshoot this car. So, guys, let me do this. All right, yes, somebody committed, guys. This is it's a V6, 6 brand new spark plugs. And I guarantee you they was put on to address this. Okay, spark plugs are designed for secondary ignition, which will cause a misfire. There is a difference between a misfire and a rough idle. Okay, so just cause your car doing that, you need plugs and coils. You're not gonna even touch the problem of a rough idle by. Now, a misfire can come off as feeling and looking like a rough idle. That's why you really got to be able to determine which one is which. All right, let me get in the shop and figure out what's my next step. I'm going to verify that it's full. We're going to go from there, guys. I want to go through the motion to make sure I diagnose it. Although, I'm going to say this. I don't want to kill anybody's hopes of really, what was wrong with it? What was wrong? So I won't do that. I'm not going to do what I was just about to do. So we're going to go through the motion and figure out what's going on, guys. Stay tuned.